Hey everyone, welcome back. My name's dustinkreis, and today we're going to finally do this pickups video. I've just been holding off on it because there's a couple things out there I still want to get for the month's up, but really I sat back and thought about it, and the only thing that I have out there waiting on me to pick up is Zone of the Enders HD collection. And it just feels kind of silly to hold up this video while we're waiting on that. So, other than that, I've noticed that my pickups have kind of slowed down here lately. Maybe it doesn't seem like it doing these videos, but I definitely notice that I'm not on Amazon or eBay as much anymore, like, you know, scouring to find things. I just recently saw a post by RPG Swagman on Facebook talking about how he's going to slow up his pickups as well. So, you know, I think that's, you know, maybe it's just me getting a little older and realizing that, you know, maybe I should, you know, spend the money I want to on the games, but also really kind of focus other places too, and really, you know, maybe start being an old man and start saving some money. Wouldn't that be something? But so this might be the last pickups video of this size, but it's a nice pickup video. A lot of great stuff that I picked up this month. So let's go ahead and get right into it, and we're going to start with this right here. And I just got this in the mail today. And actually, a fellow YouTuber inspired me to go online and find this. And I found it for a decent price. And it's something that I wanted to get as soon as I saw his video on it, because I was like, man, I will probably need that. And it's just a nice piece to add to the collection. Hopefully it's in good condition like it says. It is in pretty good condition. And that is going to be the Exodus, Ultimate Exodus Hints book. And I was watching a video by Doomwaves, and he just picked this up and talking about how it was really kind of helpful to him while playing the game. And I do really plan on playing that game here soon. So I wanted to get this, and it looked like a nice piece because it has artwork chronicling the first two Ultimate games, because Exodus is the third Ultimate game. So that's a nice piece in and of itself. But then to have the hint book, which is not a walkthrough, it just kind of helps you get through certain places to you know, help you through the game. I think it's going to be a big help. And of course, if something in this isn't covered by the hint book, then I'll of course use you know, something online as well. But FCI, not just kid stuff. Yeah. So thanks Doomwaves for making that video on the on this book. I'm really looking forward to using it when I get to the game. Probably sooner than later. I've been really dying to play some old school games, but I realized I need to get through the rest of my 2012 new releases to get to my top of 2012 video and make it a good one. Also on the strategy guide front, went to Half Price Books and found a strategy guide for Front Mission 4. So that's, I mean, I don't know how much I'll use it, because when I, you know, the several times that I've played the game, I always get stuck on it's a battle on a bridge, and I always get just decimated in that battle. But you know, I might have it around next time I throw in Front Mission 4 and actually try to beat it. So that was a nice pickup. And probably the best pickup at that Half Price Books was this. Alan Wake Illuminated. I got this for $7. And what this is like a book all about the creation of Alan Wake, and talking about the creators, about, you know, the influences and things like that. So, you know, I love Alan Wake, and it's a really nice find. And as soon as I saw it there, I was like, no way. And I pulled it out, and it was in good condition, a good price, and I said, gotta have it. So, you know, maybe if you guys want, I'll do like a more in-depth look at this. But if you guys find this out there for cheap, definitely pick it up, because it's a fantastic book. For the new releases, not new releases, but new console games, this generation, current gen, we'll just say that. Picked up Coda Princess, already did a video on that. So if you want to take a look at what I thought of Coda Princess, go over there for a more in-depth view of it. But it's just a fantastic game. I've had a lot of fun playing online with people, and you know, it keeps me coming back even though I've beat it. So that's a mark of a great game, when it keeps you coming back for more. So Coda Princess, definitely pick it up and check it out. I also found Dissidia Duodecim for $10 at Best Buy. So I said, yeah, why not? I'll pick that up and see if it's any good. So, I don't know. I think I never really kind of figured out what this game was, if it's like a fighting game or what. So I guess I'll find out when I throw it in. But now I have it in my collection, and there we go. And also, there was just a day at work where I had a lot of downtime. So I got on Wikipedia and just started looking up the history of this series and just kind of reading through the storyline of this series. And it really made me want to play another game in the series. So I went out and picked up Mortal Kombat Complete Edition for the PS3. And I'm loving the story edition in this. I really think it's a great addition to sort of, just the normal fighting, stuff. It actually has a really awesome story. I'm really surprised. So definitely looking forward to getting more into that. But fantastic. The only thing I really don't like about it is how, I guess, just the character designs, how everyone looks like so bulky and beefy, and all the women have tits out to here, It's kind of ridiculous, but I guess that's kind of what Mortal Kombat, is all about, so. But if you like Mortal Kombat, this is definitely worth a pickup. And then, sort of in the retro / not current gen stuff, picked up a copy of Sky Shark for the NES at Half Price Books, and haven't thrown it in yet, haven't even really cleaned it yet, so I need to get on that, but looks like to be, if I remember correctly, it's a shmup, and it's supposed to be a pretty fun one, so there's that. Also picked up, I just did my top 20 RPGs of all time list, and the response to that was great. I couldn't believe how many, I haven't even got through all the comments yet responding to them, so that's what I'll be doing for the rest of the day. But one of my games on there, I just happened to find another version of it, and that is the Game Boy Color version of Crystallis, which is not supposed to be as good because it's on a smaller screen, and they had to kind of zoom in on the action a little bit. But it's still a fun thing to have, and I love Crystallis on the NES, so it'll be interesting to see what it's actually like on the Game Boy Color. And then picked up 3 Spooky Scaries here, kind of, for the Halloween season. Picked up the Penumbra collection, and I already have Penumbra Overture, but this was only $5 at Half Price Books, and it contains Overture, Black Plague, and Requiem. God damn it. All 3 games. So, all 3 games for $5, couldn't pass that up. I played a little bit of Overture on my PC, and it can run it. It just doesn't run it at the highest settings, but really kind of a scary game. Created by the people that did Amnesia, Dark Descent. That's the name, I think. But, yeah, that really, supposedly the scariest PC game made until Slender came out, of course. But really creepy stuff. Really looking forward to kind of getting back to this sometime, but couldn't pass that up when I saw it. And then I also picked up Fatal Frame 2 and Fatal Frame 3. And I see on the back here it says, "Warning, do not play this game alone." But look at that cover for Fatal Frame 2. That is just like one of the creepiest looking covers I've ever seen on a video game. And then like for 3, kind of standard, PS2 covers. But that cover for 2, man, that could just give you nightmares in and of itself. So looking forward to getting into the Fatal Frame series. I need to find Fatal Frame 1. And of course, as we all know, 4 did not come out over here because Nintendo didn't want to bring it over or something like that. So that was all the games. Now we're moving on to music and then sort of movies, and then we'll be done with this pickup video. Went to Half Price Books and saw this there. And, I was walking around Toronto when I was up in Canada, and I saw a lot of people wearing shirts for this guy. And I had to check out, what he was and who he was. Because, I've heard the name, but I never really knew like what it was all about. And just happened to see this CD there, picked it up. I like it, but I think it's something that's going to have to grow on me a little bit more, and that's Dead Mouse, 4 times 4 equals 12. I like electronic and sort of dance music, but this is a little, I don't know what it is about it. It just doesn't grab me right away, but as I'm listening to it more and more, I'm liking it more and more. But, yeah, I just need to give it a few more spins, but I did pick that up. Also, I picked up a CD that I should have picked up a long, long time ago. And it's just one of those CDs, like, the album that came before it was a masterpiece, and the album that came after it was the big breakthrough success. So this one is kind of just, when people talk about Flaming Lips albums, they don't really talk about this one very much, and that's Hit to Death on the Future Head. And it does kind of have an average status out there, and it is kind of warranted, because it does sound like they were a little tired after Priest-Driven Ambulance. And then, once this was released and they went on tour, that's when they got Steven Drolst in the band. And then all of a sudden there was, and Richard English, is that his name? I can't remember his name, but or Ronald Jones, that's who it was. They got them in the band and it re-energized them for transmission of the Satellite Heart. But yeah, it hits the death on the Future Head. It just sounds a little bit, tired and kind of worn out. But you can't argue with titles like this. Talking about the smile and death porn, immortality blues, everyone wants to live forever. That's the title of one song. What else is there? The Magician versus the Headache. You Have to Be Joking. Autopsy of the Devil's Brain. I mean, the Flaming Lips of this era were in some ways a lot crazier than they are now. But still a good album, but I would say it's for diehards only. And let's see, what do I want to go with next? We'll go with these ones next. Picked up the Silver Sun Pickups new album. Really love it. It's a lot different because I was actually pretty disappointed with Swoon when it came out. And then I got this, and I've really been enjoying this. It's, I don't really know how to describe how it's different. It sounds more confident, more self-assured than Swoon did. Swoon just kind of sounded like, well, we got to make more songs that sound like Carnivus to keep the success going. Whereas it sounds like Neck of the Woods, they're taking more, a little bit more risk versus reward, I guess. Also picked up Animal Collective's new CD. I do not like this as much as Merriweather Post Pavilion. That's really where I got into Animal Collective. And this almost seems like a reaction to it. Whereas Post Pavilion is a lot more accessible. This seems like we're going to just fuck with your minds because now that we have you all drawn in, we're really going to lay it on thick. And, there's a couple songs on here that are really good. Like, what was it? I think it was Applesauce that I really liked. But Moonjock is really good as well. It's just, I think it's more of a grower. Whereas Merriweather Post Pavilion was also a grower on me when I first got it. But, yeah, Centipede, I'm assuming you pronounce it Centipede Hertz, not Centipede HZ. But Centipede Hertz, I just need to give it more listens. But I guess we'll see there. I also picked up Grizzly Bear's new album, and I absolutely love it. Vagatimus was one of my favorite albums of all time as soon as it was released. And Shields is not letting me down at all. I really love Grizzly Bear, and I think they're one of the greatest bands out there currently. So if you haven't listened to this album yet, go out and find it. It's really amazing stuff. And the final CD I picked up, which unfortunately when Amazon shipped it to me, it got the crap beat out of it, but I'm going to switch out a case here eventually. And that is Freescape. Now's the Point Which I Touch Eternity. And this is the band by the singer of the Nier soundtrack, Emmy Evans. This is her band. And you have to import them from Japan. But really great stuff. If you like Nier, it's not a one-to-one thing, but if you like sort of the feeling of a lot of those songs on the Nier soundtrack, you'll like this as well because there's just really no touching her voice in a lot of respects. She's really becoming one of my favorite vocalists. And then on the DVD front, I found another Arc the Lad episode, for the anime. It's really in bad condition, but it was only $1, so couldn't resist that. I guess I'm going to have to find the rest of them now because I think I had the last 3 episodes, and then this is like episodes 5 through something, 4 through 6. So I don't know. I think I might just continue to try to find them in the wild, and we'll see how that goes before I have to resort to other means. Picked up Nirvana's Unplugged in New York DVD. There was just something about that show back in the day that was so amazing. And while Nirvana, when I was younger, was one of my favorite was my favorite band of all time. Now a lot of the heart and the meaning behind it has went out the window, and it's all business now. But to sort of see this from back in the day, this recording of back in the day, it brings back a lot of nostalgic memories for Nirvana. And it's so weird to think that I'm now older than Kurt Cobain, because I used to remember thinking, Kurt Cobain, man, he's like 26, he's so old. And now I'm getting ready to turn 30, and I'm older than Kurt Cobain. It's insane. So picked that up. Also picked up a documentary on Jonestown, because it's such a ridiculous story. It's such a crazy story about what happened down there. And really chilling stuff. But this is not the one I saw on television, but it is still a good documentary. And but yeah, I found that for like $2, so I was like, yeah, I'll give it a whirl. And then on the Blu-ray front, picked up Stargate, because I've always wanted Stargate on Blu-ray, and I found it at Best Buy for $4, so I couldn't pass that up. Did pick up Prometheus, the 4-disc collection, and even if you do not have a 3D Blu-ray player, you will want to get this as well because it has just a wealth of bonus features. And if you're like me, you just want to dive into all the secrets of the movie. But this is one of the best science fiction movies that's been made in years. I really like I really love it when Ridley Scott does science fiction because it's always something just really special. And there's always just this really specific aesthetic to a Ridley Scott science fiction film. So supposedly there's going to be a sequel to it because, as you know, in the end, it kind of leaves it on a cliffhanger, and I can't wait. So that's going to be great. And then finally, ending off this video on probably one of the best movies I've seen in years, Moonrise Kingdom by Wes Anderson. And I'm going to go ahead and say that this is my favorite Wes Anderson movie. I used to tell people that it was Royal Tenenbaums, but there's just something about this. It's just so pitch perfect. My wife often talks about the reason why she likes Twilight so much because it reminds her of what it was like to be in love, you know, in that age. And this is more what I think young love is like. It's very awkward, and you don't know why you like somebody. You just do. And but great performances by everyone in there. I love Wes Anderson's aesthetic to his movies, how he creates his own singular worlds, and you know, just the 1960s really. It really does a lot for this film, and I really love the parallelism between Sam and Sally's story, or Sam and Susie's story, sorry, and Bruce Willis's character and I keep saying Sally, Susie's mom. There's a lot of parallelism there, and it's just one of the best, you know, the best Wes Anderson movies out there, and most of his are always about these sort of dissatisfied adults that have sort of burned out really fast. You know, these geniuses that burned out. But this has got a lot more optimism and a lot more... it just doesn't have that normal cynicism that a Wes Anderson movie has. So definitely check out Moonrise Kingdom if you haven't already. But that's the pickups for October, aside from Zone of the Enders HD collection, which I will get when that comes out. But didn't want to hold this up anymore. I wanted to get this stuff on the shelf. So anyway, yep, that's it. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I did complete Birth by Sleep. I will shoot a game discussion on it. Probably do that later tonight, maybe. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.